Hi and welcome to Studio SN. My name is Sara Naumann and today we're going to do some monoprinting with alcohol inks.
A monoprint is a print that you can make just one time so that each one is completely unique. And monoprinting with alcohol inks is a really easy technique, and it's a great way to get different backgrounds every single time. So you can see here on my card, this background piece here is a monoprint using two different colors of alcohol inks. And then this portion up here as my card focal is also another monoprint using the same ink. So you can see the very different looks that I can get from two of the same alcohol inks. Really easy to do. So let me show you. I'm going to start with a piece of plastic, and you can use a sheet protector, or this is a sticker packaging, I think, that I just cut apart. You do need two sides of it, so something that is recycled packaging will do the trick just fine. So I'm going to open this up, and then I'm working with two alcohol ink colors, Sailboat Blue and Peach Bellini, and you can see my Sailboat Blue bottle is looking a little bit distressed, but nevertheless it's going to work just fine. So all I need to do is squeeze on a couple of drops of the Sailboat Blue, and then I'm going to come back with the Peach Bellini, add a few more drops in here, and I also want to add just a touch of blending solution. Okay, so drop those in, and the piece of cardstock that I'm working with is, pretty sizable square, you can see in comparison to my hand. So I want to make sure that I've got a fairly large sort of puddle of the alcohol ink in here, because I'm going to put this straight down. This is glossy cardstock, and I'm putting it glossy side down into my alcohol ink, and then I'm just going to put that flap down and smooth this with my hands. It's also a nice way to make sure that you keep your hands a little bit cleaner than you might otherwise doing this technique. And then smooth it down, lift this off, and then pull off my print. And you can see I've got a really pretty yellow and blue kind of swirly combination on here. Now I do have some white areas left, so if I want to, I can either leave them or I can just come back and add some more color. If it's not picking up the color, if it started to dry, just add a little bit more, or add a bit more blending solution and come back and pick up some more color in here. So you can always add more to your paper if you want to. And the glossy cardstock, of course, because it's coated, this will dry really quickly, and then you can start stamping on it right away. So I'm going to move this plastic piece out of the way. I can reuse that plastic piece, by the way, really easy. And then I can start stamping. And the stamps that I'm using are from Paper Artsy, and I'm going to use this leaf stamp here as well as this really pretty quote stamp. So I'm going to start with my leaf, and got that up on my clear acrylic block. I'm using the Jet Black Archival ink from Ranger, and I'll just ink this up and then start stamping. And I want my image to kind of frame into my background. So I'm going to be stamping off the side. Re-ink that and come in, maybe twist this a little bit so that it's coming from a different angle, and so on, and then stamp around as much as I want to. Now, bringing back in my original card, you can see here I've also got this focal piece on here, and that is another monoprint. So again, I'll just need to bring back in my lovely plastic piece, open it up again, add a little bit more of the Sailboat Blue, and a little bit more of the Peach Bellini, and a little bit more of the blending solution. And then I can take one of my smaller cardstock pieces and again simply press that down and smooth it down. And you can see kind of the alcohol ink seeping around here as I press this down. You can do the same technique directly onto your craft sheet. I just find that it kind of keeps the mess contained somewhat if I do it on these plastic palettes. And lift, and I've got a second print. So you can see between the two, just depending on the intensity or the amount of colors that I'm using, I can get some really, really different effects. And I think this also gives a softer, more blended effect than if you used the alcohol ink applicator. So it gives a little bit cloudier look, I think. And then with this one, I've simply stamped my sentiment onto that piece. So let me bring back in my original card, and you can see again that I've stamped the poetry quote on here, wrapped it with a cream or off-white grosgrain ribbon, and then this has been inked with the edge with black ink, as has this piece, and then simply matted and stacked and layered. Now this card focal piece has been added to the background with foam mounting tape. And I did that because I wanted it to have a little bit more dimension, but also because this ribbon, while it's not really thick or bulky ribbon, it does have a little bit of weight as I wrap it around the back of this. And having this mounted onto foam tape just means that I don't have a bump where the ribbon is wrapped around the back. So that's been matted onto white paper, as has this piece, and then this has been up on some pale blue paper, and then onto a cream blank card, and that cream matches the off-white of the ribbon, so that it all looks really synthesized and cohesive. So this is how easy it is to do an alcohol ink monoprint. I hope you enjoyed today's show. For more ideas and inspiration, please do stop by my website at saranaumann.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.